Hey guys, welcome back. This video we're just gonna be going over the most optimal equips that you can use on your Synchro Gauge Goku and Vegeta into Super Gogeta. Um, as this character is a Synchro Gauge unit, they do belong to a wide variety of tags. As you can see here, we got Sun Family, Vegeta Clan, Saiyans. What other viable tags are there? Fusion Warriors, sagas from the movies. So that culminates into the fact that they do have an access to a lot of pretty good equipment and some, decent equipment. But in this one, we're going to be focusing more on just the best of the best. Some of them can be a little, a little, what's the word for it? Less than optimal. But yeah, I mean, you can see the tabs up top. I will say, in terms of build, there really is no reason for you to build this guy anything but offensive. I don't really think building them defensive is the right choice, considering they don't really have that much disrupt outside of the pre-synchro gauge forms of Goku and Vegeta having the one-time disrupt each side for at 50% HP, the key reduction and the sub count up and whatnot. So really, you just do want to be building them fully offensive. So in terms of order, we'll be going over units or equipments that I consider to be must runs, no matter what team you're on. And then we can move on to maybe tag specific or partner specific equipment. And then we'll move on to team specific equipment, just roughly that order. So the first equipment is going to be this one, Grit of Conviction. This is the PvP equipment that came out at the beginning of the current Legends Festival. It is for Fusion Warrior and Regen. So this works well on both Gogeta and Janemba, which we will be taking a look at next video. But it's giving both base offenses 12% HP and then 10% to pure double offenses if the character's movies, and obviously Gogeta fits into that category. So this is giving very good both offensive and defensive stats in the offense, the base offenses, pure offenses, as well as the 12% HP. So this is a very strong equipment, especially if you already have the unit at, like above 7 stars, I would say, because pure stats takes priority there. Very strong equip. I would recommend farming a few of these just in case, Fusion Warrior and Regen and movies, all those together is pretty common. So just for future reference, you could definitely use this on someone that isn't Gogeta or Janemba. Maybe if they release another, I don't know, Gogeta Blue in the future. If they release, who else is a Regen? Lord Slug, I guess, or another Metal Cooler or something like that. Very common equipment. You could definitely use this for others. Next up, we are going to be taking a look at this co-op equipment. I know co-op is a hassle to grind, so make sure you guys get this whenever the next Ultra Bonanza comes up. This is the co-op equipment that released when Pikkon and Gogeta, the revival one, when they released, what is it, 2-ish years ago? This is for sagas from the movies or Fusion Warriors, and it's giving 10% health, and then base defenses, and then pure offenses when episode sagas from the movies and tag Otherworld Warrior is a battle member. Obviously Gogeta, he's on the image of the equipment. He does match both of these requirements. Very strong equipment. It's giving pretty much everything you need. Very similar, I'd say, to the one we just looked at, the PvP equipment, but this one is giving defense as well, so I actually do like that about it. HP and defense is always a strong combination, and this equip has aged very well. Defenses, pure offenses, HP, that's pretty much all you need. This also, like the other equipment, isn't that restrictive. You just need either a movies or Fusion Warriors. So once again, Janemba can use this if you have Gogeta on the team. 13 could use this if you want to build him more offensive, although I do say build him full defensive. But yeah, very strong equipment. I highly recommend farming, like, maybe 3 of those. I think that's the amount I have at Godly. I highly recommend it. Next up is going to be an Awakened equipment, You Making Fun of Me. This actually released this week for Ultra Space Time Rush Reset. Very strong equip. This is also for Sagas from the movies. It is giving both base offenses 15%, both base defenses 20%, and then 10% pure strike attack when regen is a battle member, and then 10% to blast attack when tag Otherworld Warrior is a battle member. Now, obviously, Gogeta is a range type, and you will be getting this this restriction lifted and able to get the blast attack from that. This is very strong. It is giving a, just a full blanket of stats. It honestly reminds me of this actually reminds me of the co-op equipment that released when the 7th anniversary ultras, when they released the full power Frieza and Namek Goku. The unique equipment, the unique equipment from co-op that released that season had HP and then I think base defenses, and then you got pure strike attack if you had like a Saiyan or Super Saiyan battle member, which coincided with Namek Goku's melee type, and then you get pure blast attack for, I think it was Frieza Force or Lineage of Evil battle member, which obviously matches with the full power Frieza. So this, I find it very similar to that. It's just you pick and choose which one you want. And this especially works even better if you do indeed have both Janemba and Gogeta on the same team. Very strong, again, blanket of stats here. No HP, but solid defenses. So this is also, I wouldn't say this one is a must run, but this is very close up there to that. Next one we're going to take a look at is the Monster Descents. This is a unique equipment that released with the start of Legends Fest. It actually is in the special event, one of the special events. If we go ahead and take a look in-game here, it is, I believe, this event here. This is the free Z power you can get for the new units if you pulled them already, and you can just get them off of any of these stages. You can get them off this one. And get it off this one, yada yada yada. It is a very strong equipment, especially if your units are lower level. And this the tag or trait condition is just Sagas from the movies, so once again a very big category where not just Gogeta and Janemba can use this, but someone like maybe Gotenks, the 1% Sparking Gotenks can use this. Maybe the Zenkai Bojack can use this. It's giving 30% base defenses and then either 32% blast attack or strike attack. And that caters very well to the Janemba and Gogeta because you obviously want to build them different ways. Either strike or blast. Yeah, very strong equipment. Again, not restrictive at all. I will say this definitely is a better equipment if your units are lower stars, because this does not have any pure stats on it, which is recommended for units with, like, I'd say 6 stars or higher, somewhere around there, maybe 7 stars or higher. Very strong equipment, but even if you do have higher stars on your units, this still could fit pretty well. But, like, once again, pure stats take priority. Alright, next we're going to be moving on to unit or partner specific equipment. This is just equipment where you need another unit besides the Gogeta that you can use that fits the conditions or the requirements needed to get the full buffs of the equipment. And the first one we're going to take a look at is this one, Why Don't You Pipe Down and Get Busy? This is for either GT or Saiyan units, and this released, I believe this is a co-op equipment, so again, a little difficult to grind, I know. This is a co-op equipment, I believe, from when Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta released. And if we take a look, it's 15% base blast defense, 10% base strike attack and HP, and then 15% base blast attack, and then 15% to pure blast attack when GT and Vegeta Clan is battle member. And obviously, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta fits these two conditions. And so they're very easily can be a team where you put Gogeta and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta onto the same team, as they are both blast-based Saiyans. and you could just slap 13 on the leader, or you can slap a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on leader and make a movies based bench. Either one could work. If you do decide to put 13 on leader, just keep in mind that based on bench ability or just selection of Zenkai benches that you have, Vegeta won't be getting his full Ultra ability, but that should be fine considering the amount of support that 13 is giving. So he'll just be missing out on a little bit of damage and some key recovery, which shouldn't be an issue because his gauge, his insane combo potential gauge is there. Yeah, this is a very strong array of stats. You're getting HP, offenses, blast defense, and pure blast attack. And obviously, Gogeta as a range type can benefit greatly from this. So I have, I believe, 3 of these at Godly, so if I want a full Saiyan team, then anyone that is working next to Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can greatly benefit from this equipment. Alright, up next, we are looking at this one here. It is an Awakened equipment, useless against my Super Saiyan Blue form. Very old equip at this point, but still aging very well. This is for either God Key or Vegeta Clan battle members, or just units. You get 18% base strike defense, and then 15% base blast attack and defense. And then in slot 3, it is another one of those choice options. You're either getting 15% blast attack when tag God Key is a battle member, or 15% to strike attack when tag Vegeta Clan is a battle member. Now obviously, Gogeta has a blast attack. You obviously want to prioritize God Key. And so, in terms of God Key units that we have right now, the main one is probably the Zamasus. Ultra Corrupt Merge Zamasu and the Red Zamasu that recently got a Platinum or a unique equipment. Both of them are very strong, and obviously Corrupt or the Ultra Zamasu got, I'd say pretty significantly hurt by the release of Ultra UI's Platinum equipment, but he can still work just fine as long as you play very carefully around his lock-in. But yeah, you obviously want the blast attack for God Key battle members. If we just go ahead and take a look in-game again, what other God Key members can you use this guy against? Let's go ahead and check. You got, I guess, this guy. He could work alright. He's a fun character, and I wouldn't say very... He's not insanely good, but, still usable. His lock-in overdrive can definitely work against enemy Synchro Gauge Gogetas. I've definitely caught a few of them around, side steps and whatnot. You could also use, maybe God Goku can still work. He has aged out at this point after the new battle system change and whatnot. Even with his unique equipments and all the buffs that he has, he's probably not as good as he was. We've talked about Ultra Zamasu. Evo Vegeta, he needs a buff at this point. Unfortunately, the Red Zamasu is very good. Oh, maybe, oh yeah, how am I forgetting? The Ultra UI is God Key. So, if you want to use Gogeta next to UI, which is, I think, a very, very powerful partnership, or even just Blue UI, those can definitely work as well. So yeah, you do have a good amount of God Key battle member options that you can benefit from this equip. So, even if you don't want to use it on this, I definitely recommend, farming up a few of these. It's very good equipment, and not that restrictive, or just very easy to work around the restriction. Up next, we're going to be looking at some team-specific equipment, where you probably need either a full team to get many of these buffs, or, at least one other battle member. And the first one, I think, which is the best for Gogeta, is going to be this one. This is For Your Sake. I hope that wasn't the cavalry. Another co-op equipment, another very annoying equipment to grind. This is for movies as well. Slot 1's giving 10% special moves. Slot 2 and 3 are giving base defenses, and then 10% pure offenses when 3 battle members are movies. And, movies, you have a lot of options. You have the 13, you have Janemba, you have the Red Bojack, you have the Red Gotenks. Bunch of different options you got. I, myself, am running, in terms of a pure movies team, I am running Gogeta next to 13 and Janemba. So, obviously, this is matched. And you're getting pure offenses, base defenses, special move. Pretty strong equip. I will say the multipliers on the pure offenses are a little low. 10% for co-op is kind of low. Usually we're getting 12-15%. But even so, this is still a pretty strong equip, because it's giving the defenses on top of that. Up next is going to be a gift from the Earth. This is a, I believe, co-op equipment that released around when Tree of Might Goku released. And this is for either... No, this is for Saiyans, or Sagas from the movies and Saiyans. And it's giving 10% HP, 10% strike defense base, and then 12% to pure strike defense if a battle member other than this character is both Saiyan and Sagas from the movies. Then slot 3 is giving 15% base blast attack and then 50% to pure blast attack if, once again, battle member Saiyan and Sagas from the movies is in your party. And as of right now, there aren't any other Saiyan movies members that are very usable. I think the best would be God Goku. But maybe in the future when, you know, when a new movies comes out, I don't know, maybe we might get another Zenkai. They did yeah, if they do end up releasing another movie Saiyan member that is competent, or a Zenkai one, and gives them some, you know, some spotlight, then this could definitely be a must run. I would say this is giving a bunch of stats here, and I would say it is pretty good, but as of right now, due to the lack of Saiyan movies members that are viable in high rank PvP, I would not recommend this just yet. But, you know, it's always nice to farm up 1 or 2 of these, just to have in your back pocket in case something happens in the future. Up next is this one, Give Up Boo. This is once again, another co-op equipment. I believe it came out last 6th anniversary when the other Synchro Gauge units, the Super Vegito and the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, released. This is for Fusion Warriors, and it's giving base critical 22% in slot 1, which is pretty next to useless. And then slots 2 and 3, it's giving 20% base defenses and then 12% to pure offenses when 3 battle members are Fusion Warriors. Now this could work. There are definitely some viable Fusion Warrior battle members, namely the Zamasus once again. But you also have access to units such as, again, the Purple Vegito, you have Kefla, maybe, you have Ultra Super Vegito who got his Platinum equipment during the 7th anniversary after party. Some decent options there. Once again, slot 1 is kind of useless, but it might be okay to have this if you don't really have anything else. And this one is pretty similar to that. It is an Awaken equipment. Can't exactly remember when this one released. This might have been when... I believe this was last Legends Festival when Transforming Vegito Blue released, if I recall correctly. This is for Fusion Warriors. It's giving 20% base defenses and then 15% base blast attack and then 5% to blast attack per Fusion Warrior battle member. So this is very similar to this one, giving defenses and pure blast. Obviously this one's less and just focus on blast attack. But it is giving more pure blast attack. So if you are wanting to focus more on the blast aspect rather than both, then this could be a decent option for you. Next one is another Awakened equipment. Then this is for Sagas from the movies and range type. Slot 1 and 2 is giving base strike defense 15% and then base blast defense 20%. And then slot 3 is 15% base blast attack and then 6% to pure blast attack per movie's battle member. Once again, Movies has a ton of options right now. 13, Janemba, Gotenks, Bojack. I believe this one was released when the Gammas released, if I do recall correctly. It was either Gammas or Triumbine. I can't exactly recall. But this could be a good option if you don't have anything better. I do believe there are better options, the ones I named before, the must runs. But this, you know, it's giving a max of 18% pure blast on top of the 15% base blast attack along with defenses. So this could be a good option if you don't have anything. This one, if you haven't figured it out yet, you can't win. This released with the release of Garlic Jr. and Tag, Goku, and Piccolo from the Dead Zone movie. This is for either powerful opponent or Sagas from the movie's battle members. And this is a purely offensive equipment. Slot 1 is giving 10% base offenses, and then slots 2 and 3 is once again giving base offenses on top of 12% pure strike attack when movie and regen battle member are movie and regen is a battle member, and then 12% to pure blast attack when movies and powerful opponent is a battle member. This Janemba fits all of these requirements, and then 13 fits the requirement for slot 3, so this is very easy to pull or just to fit if you're running the team that I mentioned before, 13 and Janemba and Gogeta. Very offensive if you would like. Again, this is a co-op equipment, so kind of difficult to run if you don't already have it, so be mindful of that. There's Unleash Your True Power, another co-op equipment, and this is for Sun Family, that you can get either 15% blast or strike defense, and then slots 2 and 3 is giving base defenses 20%, and then 12% pure offenses when 3 battle members are Sun Family. Definitely a lot of Sun Family units you can use. You have Ultra Dynamic Goku, both of them, the yellow and red one, that just got his platinum equipment, and he's really good. You have, who else is there? Let me think. Again, God Goku if you don't have anything better. You also have Future Gohan, who got his Zenkai and is pretty good in terms of support and disrupt. You have, let's see, Tag Force, maybe you can make them work. You got the purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the GT Goku. You have Red Kaioken. You have, I don't know, maybe the Dragon Ball 40th Anniversary Red Gohan, maybe. You also have the Kid Goku that recently got his unique equipment as well. You know, just a bunch of good options for you. Ultra UI, Blue UI, bunch of options. If you don't have anything better, this could definitely work. And the last one is going to be the Vegeta clan counterpart of that equipment. It is pretty much the same, 10% special move, 20% base defenses, and 12% pure offenses when 3 battle members are Vegeta clan. In terms of Vegeta clan, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is a good option. Who else is there? Tag Force once again. Evo Vegeta maybe. Saiyan Saga Vegeta could be alright. And that's pretty much it, yeah. Yeah, so those are good, that's a good equip if you have a full Vegeta clan team. And that pretty much concludes all of the really good offensive equipment that you could use. If you guys do want a defensive equipment, we can just take a look over here. If we take a look down this list, we got, what's a good defensive one? I guess this one, the Super Vegito equip that released next to Kefla and the Platinum equipment for Ultra Super Vegito. It's defensive. If you have a Potara battle member, you can use, I think this one gives pure defenses for movies. What else is there? You could use this one if you're running 13 or Janemba. Let me just check. Powerful opponent and suckers from the movies. Yes, so either 13 or Janemba. That's a very strong defense equipment. I actually use it on 13. You could use this Janemba equipment, which is the co-op equipment from, I believe, this season. Good defenses if you have a full movies team. And that's pretty much all the very good defensive equipments that I would recommend. And that is concluding this equipment breakdown video. If we are to summarize, I believe the must-runs are going to be the PvP equip from this season, the co-op equipment from PyCon and Gogeta's release, and this one, if you have both Janemba and Gogeta on the same team. Those are very good equipments, and then there's this one if you have lower starred Gogeta, this one if you're running Ultra Super Saiyan 4, this one if you have a God Key battle member, full movies team if you have another Saiyan and movies, if you have a full Fusion Warrior, same thing, full Fusion Warrior, full movies team, or if you're running Janemba with him, full Sun Fam team, and a full Vegeta clan team. As you can see, they do have access to a bunch of good equipment. And yeah, go to town with him. He is a very powerful unit in contention with a few other units for top 1 or 2, 3. Let me know if you guys found this helpful. I'll definitely be looking at Janemba's. Next video will be Janemba's unit or equipment breakdown. And I will see you then. See ya.